Good morning, everyone, and we have this live conference today, the holistic art of Dugukan. And I wish our one is with all the stars. So I wish everybody today is in the best vigor of spirit and more of the activities of holistic art. And today's live conference is for everybody to connect, and we will do the stand energy healing and sharing the information of the Supreme Infinite, Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Superlight Angels, and highlighting topics for today: mysterious lights manifesting the skies, or Supreme Superlight Angels to differentiate with unidentified flying objects. And of course, the topic that we go on always with the sharings of the informations of the healing of life and nature. So sharing the informations of the method of divine healing of Dugukan for everybody, as we are encouraging brothers and sisters to learn the art of divine healing. And I wish today brothers and sisters are in good health and with much vigor of spirit. And I've always the best energy, and always in our one is with all the stars. So today's conference or live broadcast is intended for the sun energy healing. So included in the program today in the healing. So prepare your glass of water. So we are going to bless the water to make the water living water of life that can cleanse up negative energy contaminations and heal illnesses. So the blessings coming from the Supreme Infinite and highlighting activities of mysterious lights manifesting the skies, described into Supreme Superlight Angels. And what are the differences between the Supreme Superlight Angels and the mysterious lights manifesting the skies? And the common people in the planet are amazed with the phenomenon, mystery light, or mysterious lights manifesting the skies. So let's talk more on this topic today, as we are in these activities of Supreme Superlight Angels manifesting the skies as mysterious lights. And from time to time, practitioners of angels' contacts and corrections are experiencing actual sightings of these mysterious lights we describe into Supreme Superlight Angels. So I wish today more brothers and sisters can connect in this live conference. So do not hesitate to share your information as well. You can participate in this live broadcast, as this is intended for our sharings of informations, spiritual enlightenment, with all the brothers and the sisters, and this oneness with all the stars. So live at the city of Cebu at Dugukan headquarters at the heart of the city of Cebu. Today is good energy here, and I wish also that good energies everywhere and everybody can connect the good energies. And that's mostly important because positive energy, the energy that everybody needs to maintain good health, to maintain good balance of peace and harmony within. So let's protect our balance. So the greatest power of the universe is balance. Okay, so more power everyone, and always in our one is with all the stars. And before we go on with our topic today, and joining with us right now, okay, as we are waiting for the brothers and sisters to connect, and watch out for the online distant healing conducted by the Dugukan Teachers of the Art of Life 172. There are teachers of the art of life that can help you enlighten yourself. What are those mysterious lights manifesting the skies referred to by the common people and unidentified flying objects? So in Cebu, especially at the site, every day, sightings are more and more familiar with the practitioners of art of life. That is every day, provided clear skies and the stars are very visible in the skies, and mysterious lights shall really appear in the sky. And there is system of exercise that will help someone to get familiar with those mysterious lights the common people describe into supreme superlight angels. Well, so many people are amazed with those mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, and theories pertaining to what are those mysterious lights. Either they are extraterrestrial beings or higher beings coming from another star system, the star brothers, higher beings, or aliens. And then this the common belief of the people around the world, believing that higher beings are getting closer with the planet right now. They are aliens coming from the star system. But that is actually, those are the informations which we can hear, commonly heard from the people talking about unidentified flying objects. Well, some people are talking about advanced technology. And it could be, of course, advanced technology coming from higher beings, advanced technology coming from higher beings, coming from another star system, or it could be advanced technology from this planet. But the thing that we are talking here in the holistic art of Dugukan, we are talking about mystery lights, not in the bracket of advanced technology, not in the bracket also of extraterrestrial beings coming from another star system. We're talking about supreme superlight angels, advanced spiritual foundation. So advanced spiritual foundation, angels that do not need stars and planets the way they are going to make their abode, or the way they are having their habitation. We're talking about supreme superlight angels coming from higher dimensions, which are not planets, which are not stars, which are not physical manifestations of the people like us. They are coming from the higher dimensions. So that's why the book of Dugukan is talking about higher dimensions, and light workers in the planet are talking about higher dimensions. And in fact, talking about that the frequency now working for the planetary ascension is so advanced. And if it is so advanced, it needs also power to match up the frequency to maintain the balance of our energy in harmony with the cosmic force, in harmony with what's going on right now, the energy activation happening in the entire planet or in the entire world. So today's time is really for spiritual enlightenment for the brothers and sisters. That's why we are here in this one is with all the stars creating the giant waves of positive energies to help the healing of life, the healing of nature, sharing spiritual enlightenment to the brothers and sisters, for the brothers and sisters to see the truth of this essence of information that we would like to share with everyone. Life is really wonderful. Only that the thing we have to know this essential divine connections of life. Mysterious lights manifesting the stars, the skies, and the suns and the heavens. And those are significant things that we should be aware by this time. And life is always wonderful so long as we can maintain the realization of our divine connection with the Supreme Absolute and maintaining the balance of the peace and harmony within, because we are able to maintain the balance of our energy. We are not being ruined by the negative energies, which are really programmed to topple down the people of light. So again, the Supreme Superlight Angels are big different with mysterious lights referred to unidentified flying objects, referred to aliens or advanced technology. Because the mysterious lights manifesting, and it would as if also advanced technology. Because looking at the long distance viewing, and then mysterious lights inaudible, meaning you cannot hear any sound coming from the mysterious lights that shall appear in the sky. And then without inner cultivation, without certain method that will allow your consciousness to tune up with the advanced vibrational frequency of those mysterious lights manifesting the skies, somehow so difficult to discern what are those mysterious lights manifesting the skies. So that's why our mind can speculate. Those are advanced technologies, and those are higher beings coming from another star system. Well, that's okay, because no problem with that, because that's our belief. And there's no wrong with that as well. When we speculate that those are higher beings coming from another star system, or those are advanced technologies from this planet, or from another planet, or from another galaxy. And here now we are going to talk more about reality, which is so essential for everybody's life, for every soul, for every person at mortal foundation of life. That supreme superlight angels coming from higher dimensions. They are not coming from planets, stars. They're coming from higher dimensions. And what's higher dimensions? Higher than this third dimension. Everything that we can see, which are actually parts of the objective part of nature. So divine mother nature, everything that we can see, sun, moon, stars, empty space, those are all part of the cosmos. And we're in this, talking about angels. They are coming from the higher dimensions beyond the meaning of the cosmos, beyond the meaning of the sun, moon, stars, planets. So that's why there is lesson which we call Stargate Portal. Stargate Portal, meaning from the word portal. The stars are portals, wherein if you are going to do your meditation, and you will discover that indeed the stars are portals in the higher dimensions. That's why divine mother nature is actually the key to the knowing of higher level of understanding pertaining to the truth of the supreme absolute. How we are going to ascend life into higher dimension, and what are the our relationship with those mysterious lights manifesting the skies, and what are the relationship with those mysterious lights with the higher dimensions or advanced spiritual world, and the big difference between UFO and supreme superlight angels, even though they are actually manifesting as if no much big difference, because at long distance viewing you can see lights that shall manifest in the skies, moving lights. That's why mysterious lights, because they could be advanced technology, or they could be higher beings on their spacecraft. And then if without signals, I'm talking about spiritual signals, you didn't even really know that those are supreme superlight angels, because the supreme superlight angels are not actually vehicle, just like spacecraft, just like technology, wherein technology, it could be made up of machine, and then supreme superlight angels are not made up of machine. So that's why they could not have crash landing because of machine failure. They are higher beings beyond the formations of aliens, beyond the formations of advanced technologies. And of course, who are the aliens anyway? And when it comes to relationship with the mysterious lights manifesting the skies, we are not, the information of Dugukan is actually not arguing the talks of aliens manifesting the skies, or aliens with humans in the planet. And then no problem with that, because we are not alone. The first principle of Dugukan is spiritual awareness. Second principle is connectivity with the Divine Mother Nature and beyond meaning of Divine Mother Nature. And we are not alone. So, definitely, we're not alone. So, we're not just only human beings in the entire cosmos. We're not just only the human being in the entire planet, in the universe, in the planet stars, in the galaxies. It means to say that we are not alone. So that's why the lessons now will need inner discovery and the spiritual enlightenment for the brothers and sisters will need method of inner discovery involving higher knowledge, involving college of mystery, lessons that can enlighten the consciousness and let the consciousness align with the higher consciousness of the advanced spiritual world. And then we have good data to begin with, our understanding about higher knowledge, the mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, and what are the big difference between supreme superlight angels and unidentified flying objects. And as again, when we talk about mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, and then you're looking for sightings of UFO or unidentified flying objects, this time is not much really difficult, so long as you are going to involve yourself in the actual inner discovery, practicing lessons of art of light. At the site, for example, every day, early morning and after sunset when the stars are visible in the skies, definitely you can see process of mysterious lights manifesting in the skies. Only the thing that practitioners are familiar with the signals of those mysterious lights manifesting in the sky, so they know because beyond the meaning of that advanced technology. Because those are not really advanced technologies. And of course, not to disregard, there are also advanced technologies indeed. And we are not going to deny the truth that there are really advanced technologies to this time. We are so advanced. And that the planet is so advanced, so there's no problem. That cannot be denied that there are really advanced technologies. When we are going to look at them at the skies and at long distance viewing, we could be misled as well to identify those are unidentified flying objects, those are higher beings, or those are aliens coming from another galaxies or star system. But actually, not in the case of the practitioners of angels contact and connection, because the system of the art of life is actually very certain to identify those mysterious lights manifesting in the skies are supreme superlight angels or advanced technology. Because advanced technology pertaining to the physical and advanced spiritual foundation pertaining to the higher dimension. So higher dimension, we're talking about angels coming from the higher dimensions, not advanced technology coming from the third dimension or coming from a little bit higher than the third dimension. So this is actually very important. And the next thing actually is, what's the message? So this time, we can see so much advanced technology by this time. So we can see advanced technology manifesting the skies. It could be seemingly appearing as well, so mysterious. And then the message of that actual phenomena, because those are many activities of mysterious lights manifesting in the skies nowadays. So the certain meaning is we are now at this level of time so advanced. We are now at this level of time so advanced. Advanced technology. And in the equilibrium as well. We are at this level of time so advanced spirituality. And if we are actually losing our advanced formations in the spiritual side, we don't even know that today's time is so much advanced spirituality. That's why we need spiritual enlightenment. Everybody needs spiritual enlightenment nowadays. The significance, there are bigger events of time that everybody must be ready for that. That's why there is actually the ongoing planetary ascension, and in this planetary ascension, everybody must have that potential to receive, align, and adopt advanced energies. And then why we really need to receive, align, and adopt advanced energies? Because the physical body will need to adjust the environment. The cell, the physical body will need to adjust the environment. And if so much advanced technology, so much advanced energy so much advanced vibrational frequency happening now in the entire planet. And we are left behind. For example, the physical body cannot adjust advanced energy, and then the physical body could not adapt that kind of energy. In result, it will create energy imbalance. And what's the next consequence after you have that energy imbalance? The next shall happen is illness. So when we are going to take good care of our physical body, we need to be able to receive, align, and adapt. And that is a good formula to remember. Receive, align, and adapt. What's the big difference between aligning and adapting? It's easy to receive when we are potential to adapt. And if we can adapt, of course, we can align, and then we can adapt. We can align to adapt, and we can align to adapt because we are capable to receive. And what we are going to receive? We are going to receive advanced energies coming from the Supreme Absolute through the Supreme Superlight Angels manifesting as mysterious lights in the skies. So if you're someone looking for mysterious lights, sightings, actual sightings of UFO or unidentified flying objects, and looking for your research and looking for such phenomena, mysterious lights manifesting the skies, signs of the heavens. So the best place for you to visit and make your research is at the Dugukan site. And then brothers and sisters can really help you how you are going to look at sightings so you can begin your research knowing the truth. That's actually good data to begin with inner discovery. It's indeed really good data to begin inner discovery, because actual sightings now, some people are really looking for actual sightings of unidentified flying objects, but there are so many people having actual experience of sightings of unidentified flying objects, and they were so amazed, wondering what are those lights manifesting the sky. So some of them so afraid because shock of the phenomenon, shock of those phenomena they had witnessed actual. So they were so terrified. That is right. But this time is actually just to say that this is actually the time to expand spiritual awareness. And as I said that looking for the sites to look at mysterious lights manifesting the skies, so the best site for that, every day, early morning and in the evening, you can really witness mysterious lights manifesting the skies. You can call them UFO, you can call them star brothers, aliens, higher beings. It's up to someone that will observe how they are going to call those mysterious lights manifesting the skies. And then if you would like to go deeper about knowing the truth of those mysterious lights manifesting the skies, not in the definition of advanced technology, well, watching them, and then you can begin also doing the other version of research involving inner research, knowing the truth of the absolute, and how you are going to talk with the angels, knowing their message. That's why it's a big question right now. What is the message, or what are the messages higher beings or mysterious lights manifesting in the skies would like to pass to the entire planet, for the people in the surface of the land? And that's right, this time is really wonderful to get involved yourself in the actual field of inner discovery, and you'll realize that life is really wonderful. If we are so bored of our lives and then seeing that the usual activities we're doing, and they will repeat and will repeat every day, because those are all the actual activities that we keep doing every day. And it's time also to do another thing. Expand your experience into the inner discovery, into the world of inner discovery that will amaze you, and will really satisfy the very longingness of your soul within. So many things that the soul could not answer unless you will do actual activities of inner discovery. That's actually knowing thyself. Okay, so more for everyone in knowledge and awareness in all the stars. This live conference is intended for the sun energy healing. So watch out for the energy healing that we are going to do today. And prepare your glass of water. So we are going to include the blessings of the water. So make the water living water of life that can cleanse up negative energy, contaminations, and heal illnesses. And another thing that every day there is online divine healing for everyone. There's an online healing done by the teachers of the art of life that will be conducted by the teachers of the art of life. So you can connect with them and receive divine healing. The divine healing that we are doing actually is connected with the mysterious lights manifesting the skies. That's why we have a very definite definition of what are those mysterious lights manifesting the skies. You cannot be misled when you follow the directions that we are going to share with everyone. If you're someone who would like to learn the lessons of this information that we're talking right now. And what if we are misled into the wrong path of life? No, never that you can be misled in the wrong path of life. Because when your eyes are open, look at yourself. We have to look at ourselves. When we are going to open up our eyes, we can see the world. And when we are going to see the spiritual world, and then our eyes could see the physical world, is so difficult. But these things, there is now the system wherein you are going to open up your eyes to see the physical world, and then at the same time looking also the spiritual world. So that's why, how can you be misled perceiving mysterious lights manifesting the skies? We describe angels, supreme superlight angels, when you can activate the divine signals of your advanced spiritual function within the 7 dimensions of your soul. If you don't know the signals in your body, which we describe into coming from the advanced informations of your advanced spiritual function within the 7 dimensions of your soul, definitely there's actually the big chance to be misled. We could be misled into the wrong path of life because we don't know it at all. We are not into that kind of potential to perceive advanced spiritual energy because signals in the physical body are dormant. The meaning of dormant is actually sleeping. It's not working. That's why today's time is activation of energy. The meaning of the activation of energy, you are going to activate the informations of your advanced spiritual function within the dimensions of your soul. There are 7 dimensions of the soul instead of saying body, mind, soul, spirit. In all, 7 dimensions of the soul. And to begin doing your inner discovery, let's get to know more about mysterious lights manifesting the skies beyond the meaning of UFO, beyond the meaning of unidentified flying objects. And to look for data of that is not big difference. Actually, as simple as visiting at the site and witnessing actual sightings of the supreme superlight angels. It's not for fun. It's not for exhibition. We are not actually creating the miracle because that's actually beyond the human capacity to do so. That's the will of heaven that there is lesson, system of the lesson released by the Supreme Absolute, by the Supreme Master for us to get in touch with the mysterious lights manifesting the skies telepathically. How you are going to talk to the angels, how you are going to talk to your higher selves, how you are going to talk to God, how you are going to communicate the advanced spiritual world. Actually, you can begin with your psychic ability. Telepathically communicate the angels of the Supreme Absolute, not by closing your eyes, by opening up your eyes. You have 2 eyes in the face and 7 eyes within, or 11 eyes within, and more of the eyes within, and or you are the light. Meaning, the entire body, the entire dimension of yourself is an eye. So that's why you are a son of the sun. Is it that the practice of Dugukan is worshipping the sun? It is idolatry, worshipping the sun. The sun is mortal by nature, made up of chemicals. Nature not forever actually, there are the things that we should understand about sun, about nature. Just put it in this way. We believe that nature is really absolute. And what's the big difference between humans and higher beings in the foundations of the angels? We describe into Supreme Superlight. So this is one of the big differences. Humans, for example, we are going to study nature. Then immortals are going to create nature. So immortals creating nature, humans studying nature. So that's why our ascension of life is into higher dimension by the transformation. And transformation happens by the activations of your advanced spiritual function within the 7 dimensions of the soul. That's why it needs to save the physical body. Whenever the time that the physical body is ill or having sickness, we must take good care of it. We must do healing. That's why we have the method of natural healing given by the Supreme Master of Wisdom, Supreme Absolute, Supreme Superlight, Angels. And we are going to share with everyone the method of energy healing. Okay, so more power everyone, and knowledge and everyone is with all the stars, and I hope that you are in the best vigor of spirit and joining in this live conference and receiving positive energy. Joining with us. Yes, a really good morning today, Matan Maribik. Regards to you and more power.
Message from Iman Heidi Panku. Wonderful to see you, SGMPS1 Delighted to be watching live from the Dugukan chapter.
Yes.
Visit the site soon. Sending love
Yes.
and light to all Dugukan stars and to everyone.
Yes, so nice to hear from you, Igmat, Heidi, and regards to you, more power to you. Always in our one is with all the stars. Can't wait to see you at the site. So more power. Good luck.
Message from Maricel Sanchez. Good morning, SGMPS1 watching you in Dubai.
Yes, Marcel. And regards to you, kumusta man ka diha sa Dubai? Mga Panginoon, nasa kalagsik kanunay sa panglawas. More power.
Message from Matan Junel Alagad. Blessful morning, SGMPS1.
Yes, today is really blissful morning.
Message from Matan Joy Habits. Good morning, SGMPS1.
Yes, but enjoy. Good morning to you and regards.
Message from Matan Cyril Tihana. God bless, good blessed morning, SGMPS1. Watching Virgo Cebu City Chapter. Today is 8 December, full moon.
That's why it's so good energy today because it's full moon and 8. That's the number of infinity. So the language of the number, infinity. 8. So it's a king. Really, really nice. So more power to everyone. And always our one is with all the stars. So nice topic today that we are going to expound the difference between UFO and Supreme Superlight Angels. Okay, message.
Message from Lucy J. Maayong adlaw usa ko sa kabutagong SGMPS1. Help to be my moon. Attacks ko kay mura ko gibaba. Ko para ilasok niya nalibog tungod na baguhan.
Regards to you, Lucy, and more power and knowledge and everyone is with all the stars. Receive on and up. So after we have the realizations, the big difference between mysterious lights manifesting the skies in the persons of the angels of the Supreme Superlight and in the persons of the higher beings, not in the formations or not in the foundations of the Supreme Superlight. The next task is how we are going to receive Alan and Adam. More of the problems in our lives, that's because actually the world is so trickier nowadays. So much develop negative energy in the surrounding. And we are receiving signals from the external environment. Because the energies in the external environment are the influencing energies for the lives of the inhabitants of the planet. And if so much negative energy develop, in the planet because of those energies, vibrational frequencies so negative will be captured by our transmitter mind. And those energies could be able to connect with the energy field. And we don't have powerful self-protection, and we don't know as well to cleanse off those negative energies connecting with our energy field. Those would create negative energy imbalance in our energy field, which would even result into illness. So that's right. There is the lesson released by the Supreme Master Akada Star, Supreme Superlight Angels, by the spirit of Dugukan. Double body, multiple body formation, spiritual martial arts. So cleanse up the negative energy contaminations, poisoning the energy body, causing the blockages of the body, including negative destiny, negative karma, and to block all these negative energies to connect with your energy field, and even to overcome all your enemies' negative energy attackers, to block their negative energies attacks intended to attack you, to topple the people of light, or to topple you down. So don't allow the negatives to topple you down. So that's why it's so important today. What's the significance? To get to know more about mysterious lights manifesting the skies. What's our relationship with the angels of the Supreme Absolute manifesting the skies as mysterious lights? The common people describe them into unidentified flying objects or UFO in the presence of the aliens, or in the presence of higher beings, or in the advanced technology. So, the big reason that we should know Supreme Superlight Angels, to be able to receive, align, and adapt. Receive, align, and adapt. There is now the ongoing divine intervention. What's that ongoing divine intervention? The ongoing divine intervention of the Supreme Akadasar, Supreme Superlight Angels, manifesting as mysterious lights in the heavens, visible when you are going to practice art of light. And you can communicate them telepathically, and in the forms of advanced spiritual study, you can even talk to the angels. And these foundations of divine radiance. The significance of that, to help life grow into bigger or stronger light, to be able to attain realization, soul realization, and finally, to be able to ascend life into a higher dimension. So to overcome the trials in life will need us bigger powers. Bigger powers can overcome tougher powers. Tougher powers can overcome bigger powers. Little power is difficult to overcome tougher powers. That's why it's so difficult today's time to overcome the negative energies without powerful foundation of spiritual connection. It must be that we can obtain powerful spiritual connection. And the lesson is complete surrender to the Supreme Absolute through the bridging of the divine radiance of the Supreme Master Akadastar, Supreme Superlight Angels. That's what I'm saying. So easy to say, complete surrender to the Almighty, complete surrender to God. But here comes the point. In the battle between imagination and the will, which will prevail? And this is just a simple idea. In relation to fulfill complete surrender to the Supreme Absolute. In the conflict or in the battle between imagination and the will, which will prevail? Always prevail. Imagination will always prevail over the will. So that's why during this actually happened many times for the common people, that during the toughest situation in our lives, or the most difficult moment in our lives, and then we have the willpower to overcome trials in life. And then the imagination will tell us that if you do that, and then you cannot survive. If you force the idea with that willpower, you cannot really do it. That's dangerous. That's why our imagination actually telling us that to do so will give us destruction in life. That's why it will overcome our willpower to do so. And then we would say that we should overcome and must do these things because these are the things essential to fulfill and to overcome all the trials in life. Fulfilling a spiritual side, fulfilling the callings of the soul. And then our imagination will tell us then if you do pursue your spiritual endeavor and then you lose everything, you lose your job, you lose money, you lose all the opportunities in life, and you will suffer poverty, so much difficulty in life. Because imagination is telling us, blocking us to fulfill the very longingness of our soul. And if we have that kind of willpower to overcome all those negative imaginations, illusions that actually block us to succeed, the longingness of the soul, to satisfy the longingness of the souls within, and then we can solve the problems in our lives because we have that kind of willpower. That's why we have to work for the development of our willpower. And willpower actually comes from the force of the Spirit of the Supreme Infinite. So that's why when you have your divine callings in life, and your divine guidance will tell you that do it. Pursue your spiritual callings in life because that will give you satisfaction within. That will fulfill the very needs of your soul within. That's why we have to get to the bottom of our understanding as to what's the final purpose of our lives here in the planet. And then the final purpose is to grow into bigger life, to ascend life into higher dimension. Therefore, if we have that kind of self-realization, nothing to worry at all. When it comes to the divine callings in life, nothing to worry at all. You must do it because that's your final goal in life. And fears to block you to pursue your divine callings in life will hinder your advanced spiritual formation, your bigger formations at the bigger side of spiritual foundation. That's why the bigger foundation in life is we describe into governing star formations, palace of the Olympic stars. Okay, don't be misled. The big difference between mysterious lights manifesting the skies in the persons of the angels of the most absolute and mysterious lights described into unidentified flying objects. And we are not alone. We're not alone. If aliens, good aliens are with us and they're going to help us and then they are our brothers and our sisters and we can create the big giant or the giant fish of positive energies to help the healing of life and nature to make the big difference in this oneness with all the stars. We can actually build up the temple of our oneness with all the stars and that will illustrate the passion of our heart to serve life for the noble cause of life. Okay, so more power everyone and always in our oneness with all the stars and joining with us.
Message from Upbeat Illumination. Blessed day SGMPS1 Cebu and to all. Dugukan stars all over the cosmos. Much love. Watching while on hospital duty. Cebu City, Davao del Norte. Always with oneness without the sun. More power.
Yes, Abdik January Ku. Regards to you, mga programos sa diya sa Tagum. So nice to see you today in this oneness with all the stars. And so nice knowing that teachers of the art of life, 172, are also increasing in numbers. And as I'm saying that, not so many teachers of the art of life, 172, when it comes to looking at the entire population of the entire planet. So for 7 billion people or 8 billion people around the world, and then how many teachers of the art of life? So it could be more teachers of the art of life. So people will actually get familiar of mysterious lights manifesting the skies, and the same saying that when someone would eager to look for sighting and would travel around the world to look for sighting or places where they are going to see sightings of UFO, and perhaps they could see it, or perhaps fail also to see those mysterious lights or UFO, because to look for sightings is somehow difficult to find sightings where you can assure yourself that you can really see UFO. So at the site is every day, every morning and in the evening, so long as it's not rainy, it's not really cloudy, and you can definitely see angels of the Supreme Superlight. And of course, for people who are strongly connected with Supreme Master Akara Star, Supreme Superlight Angels, strongly connected with Dugukan, you will be always having the experience of actual sightings. Although you could not understand the mysterious lies, which you are really amazed or terrified moment you have witnessed those mysterious lies. And why you had that kind of experience witnessing mysterious lies? It seems like you are visited by mysterious lies. The message because you are strongly connected. And it's time for you to wake up, to receive the message of what's really the message that you are going to do, what they are going to intend. Intend yourself to do so, why you are going to witness actual sightings. There are so many people strongly connected in the entire planet. That's why today's time is spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening, to be enlightened, to attain the realization of the soul, to the final truth that we are going to work with our lives here in the planet. This is to help the healing of life, the healing of nature, so we can illustrate our passion of the heart, to serve life for the noble cause of life. That is actually practicing unconditional love, to help the healing of life and nature, to build up the temple of oneness with all the stars, spiritual counseling, teaching of the art of life. Why is it is essential to teach art of life? Because you are a teacher of art of life. You are a teacher of art of life, and then you are not teaching of the art of life. Again, you are carrying the bigger light. You are carrying the truth of the Supreme Absolute because you are connected with the Supreme Absolute. And then if you are amazed, wondering yourself why you so often see mysterious lights, even though you're not practicing art of life, you're not practicing angels contact and connection, the reason of that is you are being called. You are being called by the angels to get into the line of your final spiritual function. Nowadays, today's time, and if you are going to ask when is the right time to respond your divine callings in life, the right time is right now. Moment that you can listen to the voice of the Supreme Absolute. Moment that you can see the lights, mysterious lights which you often wondering yourself what are those lights that manifested, and you had witnessed that light. That's actually your calling in life. That you are being called by the Supreme Absolute to work for the final functions of your life here in the planet. It does not need to change your belief. It does not need to change your religion, because there's no problem with our belief. There's no problem with our religion. Only that we are going to wake up to the truth of how to make our lives fruitful, progressive in the spiritual foundation. Because there is the final calling right now for everyone to get back into the line of your spiritual function. So what's your spiritual function? To become teacher of art of life, never teacher of the art of destruction. So everybody has that final function in life, which is teacher of art of life, not teacher of the art of destruction. Okay, so again, what's the difference between UFO and Supreme Superlight Angels? So we will cite one of the big difference. Supreme Superlight Angels are immortals. And UFO, it could be mortal because it could have crash landing or machine failure. Because it could be advanced technology or it could be mortal by nature. And then Supreme Superlight Angels is definite thing, definite absolute truth, definite informations of high knowledge. Because there is a corresponding system. Listen for that. Verifiable when you do your actual lessons of art of life. So it's so certain. You cannot be misled into idolatry with that. Because how can you be misled when your eyes are open? Not just only the eyes of your face, the eyes of your physical body, including the eyes of all your highly connected bodies are open. So you meaning you cannot be really misled at all because you are really awakened in your spiritual information. Okay, so more power everyone and knowledge in our oneness with all the stars, and in less than 10 minutes from now, we will begin our recent energy healing. And for everybody that would like to experience or receive healing, so tonight, I think there shall be session for the sun energy healing online. So you can connect for the sun energy healing conducted by the teachers of the art of life online. Okay, so more power. Enjoy.
Message from Ignace Marie Camargo. Good morning, SGMPS1.
Yes, Igmat Imari. Good morning. More power.
Message from Tyrone Cavita. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you. Always in our oneness with all the stars.
Message from Ignace Haile Vanhu. Here, there is a star so beautiful. It changes all the colors of the rainbow. I have been seeing this now for over a week. And when I see this star, it makes me feel so connected. May I ask what this beautiful star is SGMPS172? As it is same place seems to be observing me.
Yes, it could be your star. Once you are attracted to a star, so definitely you have that stronger connection with the star. So there are informations of advanced spiritual function connected with the star. So follow your star. When your star will tell you, okay, go to the site, and then don't you worry, go to the site. Without doubt, you are being watched by the angels of the Supreme Absolute. Well, indeed, you are a star. That's why expand your activities there in Minnesota. And you are the shining star there in the West. And so much so that would be benefited from the light that you are going to carry from the Supreme Absolute to be shared with all the brothers and sisters, with all the people there in the West. Okay, so more power to you. And I hope to visit you also there in Minnesota after you can get home here in our side, your side as well. Our side, everybody's side. And the good news for everybody is perhaps we would have that road right of way into the sun core or core of the sun. So we are actually negotiating the road right of way into the site because the site has no road right of way. So when we are going to go to the site, and then a few meters we have to walk to the site. And now, if that would be okay, and then negotiated, and then the road will be up to the site. So everybody must be happy for that. And I'm also happy for that. Because when it is raining, mag-ulan, so ang atong mga sakyanan can proceed direct to the site. Okay, so more power.
Message from Carmelo Angel. Hello, SWS172. More power to all.
Yes, more power to you. And really nice to see you here in this one is with all the stars.
Sarmiento Angel.
Sarmiento. Okay, really nice. Good day to you.
Message from Matanay Tereso Dugukan. Good morning,
Yes, good morning to you, Matan Night Tirizo, and really nice seeing you today. Kamusta diya sa Butuan?
Message from Mother on Custody and Good morning po, SGMPS1 at sa lahat ng mga
Yes, good morning, Custody. Mo, regards you, and regards yes, sa Benguet, sa Baguio, sa atong mga kailan, sa lahat nating mga kaibigan dyan sa Baguio or sa Benguet. Nasa na kayong lahat dyan with the best speaker of spirit. Okay, so nice today. And again, more of the activities of the Supreme Master Akadasar Super Light Angels, the spirit of Dugukan, for the enlightenment of the brothers and sisters, to help the healing of life and nature, to aid the ascension activities of the lives in this planet into higher dimension. You're carrying the truth of the Supreme Absolute. And if you are one of the guys observing these mysterious lies more often, that's because you are strongly connected. When you are one of the guys that can perceive something like different connections. When you are going to look at the activities, when you are going to look at even looking the pictures or receiving the information we are sharing, and then the soul can recognize. The soul can recognize that you are strongly connected, although that perhaps we feel difficult to understand. That's because we need to open up spiritual understanding, and for us to get to the bottom of the information that our guardian angels, our spiritual masters would like us to realize by our soul. So soul realization is the very essential lesson in our lives to achieve. Soul realization, so when we are going to attain soul realization, so that's because we have the wisdom coming from the force of the spirit of the Supreme Infinite, and we practice the lessons of the Supreme Law of Equilibrium that's actually abiding the naturalness principle in life that will lead us into the third lesson of all the lessons is perfection, and that the perfection will lead us into our final ascension of life and to higher dimension to be with the complete divine union with the Supreme Absolute. Okay, so I think that's all for today in our live conference. And watch out for more of the activities of the holistic art of Dugukan. And the lightship initiation is actually open for everybody that will come at the site. And of course, mysterious lies that the people will describe into UFO or unidentified flying objects. And then practitioners of angels, contacts, and connections are talking about Supreme Superlight angels not in the presence of UFO, and then are actually visible at the site where there are teachers of Art of Life 172 performing lessons of angels, contacts, and connection, are performing the activities of Dugukan. Okay, so look for the teachers of the Art of Life to guide you the lessons of Art of Life 172. And you'll see the big difference when it comes to differentiating unidentified flying objects or UFO or mysterious lights manifesting in the skies, and then to differentiate with the Supreme Light Angels. Okay, so let's begin our descent energy healing right now. All you have to do is just to connect with my hands, and then everybody that would have the intention to connect to receive divine healing, so it's time for you to open up your heart and your mind to receive divine healing from the Supreme Master Akadastar, the Spirit of Dugukan, Supreme Superlight Angels, Holy Infinita. And then by opening up your heart, you are going to receive divine healing. Let's do the divine healing and connect with my hands. Open up your heart to receive the divine healing energy that will heal the illnesses, whatever illnesses do you have in your lives. Now, blessings for the water. To make your water living water of life that can plunge up negative energy contaminations and heal illnesses. You can drink your water. And divine healing connection. By receiving the divine healing connection, by connecting with my hands and opening up your heart to receive connections from the Supreme Master Akadasar, the Spirit of Dugukan, Supreme Superlight Angels, you are having this divine connection for divine healing, and you can begin also doing divine healing or energy healing. Receive, align, and adapt. It's done. So, atong pasalamat sa gahom that we have received from the Supreme Master Akadasar, Supreme Superlight Angels. So the activities of Dugukan are ongoing. And the books of Dugukan, What's the Divine Revelations, are available. And still continue writing the books of Dugukan. So I'm thinking 19 volumes of Dugukan. And of course, all the 19 volumes of Dugukan, the lessons are in my mind. Only the thing that I need time to write the book. And of course, not so much time. Time is too short. With all the activities that we're doing, and then I can spend time 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then anyway, this is the thing, the truth of the What's the Divine Revelation. All teachers of the art of life, 172. You are the book of Dugukan. You are the living witnesses of the Supreme Master Akadasar, Supreme Superlight Angels. You are carrying the light of the Supreme Absolute. When it comes to knowing the truth of the Supreme Absolute, the world will need teachers of the art of life, 172. We'll really need teachers of the art of life, 172. So many people can speculate. So many people can say about unidentified flying objects, even to the point that giving evidences of mysterious lights manifesting the skies are in the forms of advanced technologies or whatever. And then again, I'm talking about of different thing. It's only by activations of the divine functions of your foundation in the highest formation, which is advanced spiritual foundation, that will let you never be misled in life to determine what are the truth of the advanced spiritual world's higher dimensions and which are not belong to that. So today's time is so actually simple to recognize manifesting the skies in the forms of mysterious lights are Supreme Superlight, because you have the signals in your physical body. And not just only physical body, because practicing art of life will activate the 7 channels of your body, the 7 energy centers, even to the point of 11 energy centers. But time shall come. It's quite difficult for the people to determine mysterious lights manifesting in the skies are in the presence, really in the presence of Supreme Superlight Angels. Because so much advanced technology to the point that people will be misled that instead of supreme superlight angels, because they don't have the capacity to determine supreme superlight angels because they do not receive line added up the bridging of the divine radiance of the supreme absolute in the actual arts and science of holistic art, not in the actual arts and science of belief, in the actual arts and science of holistic art. Darating ang panahon na mga tao mahirapan talaga to determine those are mysterious lights manifesting in the skies in the presence of supreme superlight angels, or those are advanced technologies, because advanced technologies would have no sound as well. Time shall come, so inaudible as well, but not in the persons of the supreme superlight angels. That's why it needs to know the mystical point in life. All teachers of the art of life, do your functions as teacher of art of life 172. Fulfill the spiritual responsibilities of sharing the lessons of the art of life, teaching the art of life 172, doing divine healing, spiritual counseling, and building up the temple of our oneness with all the stars. And that is our final illustration to serve the truth of the Supreme Absolute, creating the giant waves of positive energies, making the big difference indeed. Okay, so pag wala na yung mensahe, and then napay mensahe. Okay, mensahe.
Message from Ivan Heidi Branco. Wow, thank you, SGM. I feel this so much and I'm so excited to feel connected to them. My heart absolutely knows I belong coming.
Yes, Heidi. And more power indeed. Really, really more power. And more of the activities.
Message from Sarmiento Amjad. This is Ami Jefferson, watching from Florida SGMPS1. Hello
Yes.
everyone, nice to hear from here in live.
Yes, Ami, really nice to hear from you. So nice. And regards to you. And hope to see you soon. Iduaw na ka rin sa mga angels diya. Regards, more power.
Message from Antirel Kihani. Thank you, SGMPS172, for the valuable lessons, information needed by all of us, humanity and Earth.
Yes, at Anchorel, Kiano, more power.
Message from Imat Heidi Vanku. We are only 27 hours apart in USA. I am in Minnesota. I will be traveling to Florida soon.
Yes, so nice. Mars Fire too. Big Mat Heidi. See you soon. See you soon at the site.
Message from Haliging Nars 5 Hernaez. Maayong buntag SGMPS172. Watching while on the field divine healing mission.
Yes, saliging nice fire. Mayong buntag sa inyong tanan diya sa Manila. More power.
Message from Imat Heidi Vanku. Thank you, SGMPS172, for your lessons and divine healing. Always more power to all.
Yes, really nice. And more power. Laos Muday, Laos Muday. Okay, so that's all for today. And until the next time. And always have the best of positive energy wherever you go. Always be with you the spirit of Dugukan. You are victorious all the way. Okay, so more power.